Back on now.
What's Stephen just saying?
Alright, that's it back on now. We should be back up and running. We should be broadcasting at 7:20 now, which is lower than we'd want, but fuck it.
What's this shit here, Sam?
Bandwidth. I have no idea.
Right, well we're streaming at 7:20. Let us know if it's working.
That should be fine now.
It should be
the only
right.
thing is we're going to have to get the link. 1 second. Just for the people that were watching.
Right, we're going to post the link somewhere. Obviously, if you're hearing this, you've already found the fucking link.
You guys, you're a part of this. This is history right here.
I don't even know who we're talking to.
The people watching on the
peeps at home.
Probably Hazel.
Copy. Okay. Okay, Chairmen of the Board podcast Facebook page.
Take 2. It's up.
I'm going to post it on there. Oh, have you posted it already?
No, I just fucking got a thing for it, but I can't. Oh no, wait, I can share it. If you're doing it already.
Alright, there we are. It's on the Chairman of the Board thing.
Jesus, Sam, I don't know if that's my phone or what, but that looks fucking blurry. It does.
We can't. Like the thing is as well, when we had the previous setup, we
Oh no, it's alright.
went through a thing testing everything.
Testing, 1, 2, we're back.
We were a bit optimistic. We like our internet connection and thought we'd just go right into it. To be fair, just to explain as well, we only got this new fucking stuff like today, so
Aye.
we've spent all day like getting it set
So
up,
go easy.
trying to get it to work. Yeah.
And it looks fucking professional. If you
And
were sitting
also-
here, you would be impressed.
This is thumbs up. Yeah,
Right,
okay,
good.
we've got a thumbs up, so that's good.
Thumbs up from the.
Did you post the link on your?
I put it on my wall.
Stephen just posted it on the event page as well.
Oh, excellent! Thanks for that, Stephen.
I'll share it on my event page.
Right, so we did try to just fucking go right out there and full 1080p, and maybe we shouldn't have done it when we had a guest on, but like I said, this is like we just set everything up. We thought no, it should stream fine at that level and all that. Obviously it hasn't. Maybe I hope I'm not downloading anything. No, I'm not.
Oh, I'm fucking downloading everything.
That'd be just the thing to fuck us up, wouldn't it? I'm gonna come off of all these other web pages, and hopefully that'll bring it down. You know what, it says on YouTube as well that the strength's good. It's just on the actual streaming thing. Seems to
Johnny, do you want to send me a wee message and let me know how it's going? Oh wait, you're typing the new.
Anyway, well, you know what? Fuck it. We're gonna go ahead. We've got we've got everything in place now. Do you know what? As well, like if there's anyone else like that's out there that's a bit annoyed or complaining that we're fucking everything up, like it is our first time doing this with the software and all this stuff. And also, I'll just point out as well, it's Chairman of the Board. You should only really be watching this if you've got fuck all else to do.
Yeah. We're in the zone now, Sam.
We're in the zone now, so.
Johnny says it still freezes a little, but he recommends 480.
But
Well, I'll tell you what, we'll go with 480 next time, because I don't want to have to stop it again. It would mean setting up a new link and all that stuff. It might be a little bit glitchy, but I'm sure it'll do the job.
it'll fix itself by the time it comes to uploading itself and that kind of stuff.
It does tend to do that once it processes.
So we'll be
So
alright.
if you can
Don't
bear with
panic.
us, hopefully it's not too bad. Anyway, on with the show. Fucking Lex Lethal.
Yeah.
I interrupted you guys. You guys were in the middle of something.
Were we? Oh, it was pretty fucking deep.
What was it?
I don't know. We were just saying how great you were. I think, Sandy. I think that was the basic gist of it. We were just
Thanks,
saying how
bro.
great you were.
Thanks, man.
It's a true story, man.
But you are.
They'll find it anyway. Do you have like a Twitter or something you want to chat about? Or are you doing it through Twitter at all? You just not gonna
I'll probably post it on Twitter, but
tweet
I'm not
the
really.
meek?
Yeah.
We're really bad with our fucking Twitter.
I know.
We
Well, I'm
never-
really bad with it, Sam. I
Yeah.
use it sometimes. I don't fucking have any interest in Twitter though. Usually.
Alright, for those who are saying about it lagging, chances are when the thing's actually, like, if you are really interested in listening to what we've got to say rather than just waiting for the EP, then chances are when it's actually recorded and back up again, you'll be able to watch it and it'll be clean. So YouTube itself is saying the signal's good, so fuck knows.
Yeah, we're also weeding through the bullshit. Whatever it is that's wrong, we'll get it fixed.
Let's
and-
talk music, Sandy.
Yeah,
Let's talk music.
let's stop going on
I
about
think
it.
I don't know if when we had you in the last time, we got your story of how you got into this whole being a rap guy. I know we got Dave's when Dave was on. Was yours basically the same kind of thing with Dave, like your brother came home with Tupac and that kind of stuff?
Well, pretty much, like, I started listening to rap, through my brother, obviously, because my two brothers are older than me, John and Dave. They're both older than me.
So were they into it before you were then? Or was it kind of just about the same time?
Well, see, I don't know how long they were into it before I really heard any of the CDs. To be honest, the first time I really got properly into rap, it was the video for the Real Slim Shady that I saw before, before Johnny got any Tupac CDs or anything like that. You know, it's just I seen it. I was introduced to it through music channels and stuff like that, and I've always liked it. But with regards to me actually getting into it myself, that was a kind of strange path actually.
Right, we like strange paths.
Yeah. The first verse I ever wrote my entire life, I was 16 and I was walking from my mum's house to my mate's house, and I just kind of came out with it as I was going along. It just popped into my head, and I went with it and wrote it down. And I never even thought about it till I was 19, and I went to college with some friends who rap, and I was like, quite like rap myself, and pardon me, and I thought I'd have another crack at writing, and I wasn't really taking it seriously.
On the table.
Oh, Jesus, move.
How did you not fucking see that?
Because I'm trying to...
There's a fucking cat in front of the computer and he's like looking at Facebook and...
I'm getting word now as well that it's still breaking up and it's quite a problem. This is a fucking nightmare, guys.
I've not even released the fucking EP yet and I'm already getting attacked by pussy. Yo.
I was going to say as well, about the freestyling, and because it's like, I was thinking how that, like, to introduce you, you're a hip hop artist. You really are a fucking artist, though. I mean, like, you, and I'd say even more so. Like, I'm not even talking about like content and stuff like that, but like, you can sing as well, and you're a pretty fucking decent singer. You rap obviously, but you can also freestyle, and you're fucking like we had Dave on, and he admitted like you can't freestyle, you can't do it, and I imagine that there's a lot of rappers that can't. It's a fucking hard thing to do, and you can do it. And I mean, it doesn't matter that everything that you're putting out when you're freestyling, it's not always going to be gold.
No.
But it's still a fucking really difficult thing to do.
Well,
and especially
even when you fuck up, you acknowledge that you fuck up and make it something funny.
He was a part of it.
Well, the thing about freestyle, right, is that it's not an easy thing to do, and I will happily admit right now that I've fucked it up big on a few occasions, right? But a lot of rappers, they can't do it, and they won't be able to do it because they think that they're never going to be able to do it, so they don't. The only way to get better at freestyling is to freestyle.
Yeah.
Only way to do it is just keep flexing that muscle, just keep fucking getting your brain working as often as you can. I mean, I find a good method that I've found for being able to put lyrics together quickly is I freestyle as quickly as I possibly can, as often as I possibly can.
Right.
And it also helps with my writing process as well, because the lyrics, that means I'm used to more rhymes being put together at speed in my brain.
I know what you mean.
So I can usually put a track out quicker based on that.
Yeah, Will was talking to us about freestyling, and I probably won't do the whole thing justice, but it's from what he's looked into, and it's not just freestyling. It's a thing that you do with your brain, like you're saying. When you go so fast, it's almost like you're not. If you're thinking about it, then you maybe will fuck up. But it's almost like you're putting yourself into a state, and supposedly the state's called like flow. And I think like athletes do the same thing with different circumstances.
You could say that because you could say like somebody's got a good flow like on the mic or whatever.
He's really worked at it.
I got him on Facebook after seeing like the battles and that, and after Dave was on here, and he's like fucking putting out stuff all the time. Like he does put out a lot of stuff, and like I listened to some of it, but then like I was kind of a lot lost, so I kind of stopped. But like it's just that thing about you say the more you do it, the better you'll be if you've got a knack for it. Do you know what I mean? So, but I thought obviously it's kind of. And did he freestyle it or did he have pre-written?
No, it was pre-written. A lot of mine was pre-written as well, but I never sat and wrote on it. But it was kind of partly my fault on that as well. I thought I went in basing it on his past performances, thinking that I could go in there and freestyle and take the win for it.
Yeah.
which obviously was a bad move on my part, but I don't think that that belittles his win in any way either, because his lyrics, he came hard that day, really fucking
I've not seen it yet. Is there a video of that yet?
Not yet. I'll come eventually at some point.
I've not seen it because I have had a wee look about for it, but I've not seen anything for it yet.
Yeah, I'll come out eventually.
And who else was at that? So where was aiming at battles? Was that Kelvin Grove again?
It was Kelvin Grove Park again, and there was quite a few decent battles, including like one between my two brothers, which was
I want to see that. That would be good,
to say the least. Aye, it was. Both of them had great lyrics as well.
Who was that? Dave and Mac?
Dave and John.
That'll be good.
I mean, Dave was saying when he was on the podcast with us, he was saying he would wish John would pick up the mic more or pick up the pen more. I think he said.
Aye, it's not really. I mean, John's got a hell of a lot of responsibility.
He did say that, like, but he just said he has got like a fucking big talent for it as well.
That's him getting the booth put out, like he's getting his recording studio put out into the backyard, and he's saying we tiny shed thing that he's setting up in there. So I reckon what he's going to end up doing is, on the times where everybody's in bed and can't be making noise in the house, he can now go at the back and do it. So I reckon this is going to be the wee push to get. And it
can be a fucking escape for people. Do you know what I mean? When people have got a lot on their plate, like folk could use that as an escape. If he fucking, I don't think I've heard a lot of John stuff. Like I heard that. I don't know if it was a freestyle or what he done. I think it was just some bars that he wrote, but there was a video of him on YouTube spitting it, and he was fucking really good as well. I think that was the first time I seen any of yous actually, like any of the Macca brothers.
Shout out
spitting with that on video.
By the way, brief shout out Codex. Cheers for letting us know that you're getting it all right. It's only wee pauses now and again for Codex. So guys, whoever else is having constant freezing, ain't us, it's you.
Aye,
Codex has got it sorted.
It's maybe just working a little bit and then
you know, if we played one of the ones that had it would cause problems. So I've only got one that I can guarantee is not on YouTube anywhere, because I've spoken to the guy and made sure he's taken it off. So I can, and it's got my missus singing on it. So I cannot, I can't do her singing for her.
That's alright.
But I'll play it and I'll let you have a list.
Aye, I'm looking forward to it.
Aye.
No, so what's this track going to be called that you're going to let us hear, Sandy?
It's called Unleash the Beast, actually. It's a beat initially from DJ Jolly Joker. Whatever, he's changed his name now, but I mean he's quite happy for me to still refer to him
DJ Jolly
as that.
Joker, I like that name.
Yep. So yeah, you guys.
Are we ready for something, Sandy?
Are we going ahead?
Aye,
I don't know. I think he was just saying 10 minutes, but now he's just.
No, I'm saying I'll release the song.
Oh, right.
I'll release the
SoundCloud.
The EP on Bandcamp in 10 minutes. But for now, I'll
you
give you.
Should have got a graphic to put up for this song. You could have put in a graphic.
Yeah.
But it's alright.
But for now, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to get onto my private version of the Bandcamp and play a track for you just now.
Chairmen of the Bored exclusive.
Why do you always do that?
Because it sounds, it's like a fucking, like, an amazing things happen, like, fucking, like, tell me some news, I'm pregnant.
Hold on, what? Is it really laggy? Is it a buffer?
You could be, because...
It's YouTube then. If it's a buffer, it's YouTube.
Wait a minute, so it's not that it's glitching, it's a buffer.
It's not glitching, it's like it gets so fat and then it stops.
Oh, it'll be alright, so I'm going to upload surely.
Oh, that's fine then, that's sorry, that's just it, sorry, that's it, buffering.
Right, don't worry everybody, it's alright.
Aye, no, that's fine, that's
people,
fine.
But it's alright.
Alright folks, so apparently, from what I understand, from what I've been explained, the stream is going to be fine when it's processed, like tomorrow when it goes out, or even tonight when it's finished, it will be fine. It's just because we are streaming in a high quality
well, we are a high quality podcast, number one podcast in Scotland.
No, but it's a high quality stream, so therefore YouTube's taking a while to process it as we're doing it. It's not like before when we had such a bad internet connection, it would break up to the point where YouTube was glitching, and this appears to be that it's stuck.
He's all these don't know how How to handle with the fucking face and torches, scorches, burn my fuse. Now I've got impatient, attacking with an axe, hacking and flat packing the fucking basement. Sometimes I feel exactly the same as Michael Myers, but I'm not packing a kitchen knife, but bolt cutters and a pair of pliers. You cunts are a pack of liars, saying your brains are wired wrong, but you've never known metal. But it's your desire, that's one of the reasons my patience is wearing real thin. Pretend you're crazy, my lady's the fucking real thing. When the Maca loses it, it's scary, no debating. But when I snap and I black out and I lash out, I'm practically Satan. Damien carrying razor blades just for shaving some aquariums in case I'm hungry for brains. I think you're craving to play with them, flaying bodies, lay them up on display in the stadium for no reason in particular. And I've nothing else to do with them, but I say to them, there's a monster inside me. Leave me alone and come and see. I could care less, but inside it sleeps. Unleash a beast and you're in too deep. I get hard up when I decide to hack and rip a cunt. Have you folks believe that I'm the seed of Jack the Ripper, son? Let's have a bit of fun. Bams, grab the biggest one. I wanted any more faggot, but I cannot get a grip on one. Slippy cunts, wish you would just let me slit your wrists for you. I've got a heap more fucking mixed up than a McFlurry. You think I'm sick scurry? Off into your digs, hurry. Quick before I show you sick and vomit in your chick's curry. Funny, I'm all twisted up with Snoop Dogg's braids and two long blades. I'll put a smile on your long face. Asking DJ Jolly Joker, why so serious? Cause people get delirious every time they're hearing us. Cause Lethal and the Joker, we will drive them insane. And they're writhing in pain, but still not recognising a name. And chainsaws just breaking and stained walls. Their jaws will drop to the floor. I'll never say I never came raw. There's a monster inside me. Leave me alone and come and see. I could care less, but inside it sleeps.
The details will be put up on my Facebook page for anybody who's watching.
Sure, aye.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
That was fucking really good, man. I really
I'm just
enjoyed
hoping that it sounded alright, because that's another thing we've not tested.
So that was
the
called
levels for that.
Unleash the Beast. Was that one called?
Yes, it
You
was.
could fucking like. I feel like that was a lot more like meaner and like more down and dirty than the other two. Do you know what I mean?
It is. The fact of the matter is, right, Unleash the Beast is it's an exaggerated, right. I knew I was going to end up like facing this when it came to it, because a lot of people, they say, see, with regard to horrorcore rap, they don't like it because a lot of the people are talking shit, right?
Yeah.
Fact of the matter is, and anybody who knows me well enough, yourself included, will be able to confirm the fact that no, I don't flay people. Fact, right? But that does not mean I have not fantasized or planned it. I
don't know what to take from that, Sandy.
I am a twisted bastard. That's well known by those who know me well. I don't rap about shit that is not in my mind, in my heart, or has been seen by my very own eyes.
Well, the thing is, like, you know, people that have those thoughts, but like don't vent. I mean, you're venting them through music. You know what I mean? Rather than keeping them bottled up and
that's it.
And maybe going a bit crazy later on in life.
Well, that's it. For years, I did bottle it up, and that's why I've been in the local paper twice for exceptionally violent crimes. You know.
So yank. Putting into
and
music
it's
sort of release.
a far better option. I've spent years working on it, and like music itself has been a massive help along the road. One thing I will say though is that one of the quite like literal references in Unleash the Beast is the line there. You think I'm sick, scurry off into your digs, hurry quick before I show you sick and vomit on your chick's curry. Now,
I laughed at that bit.
In 2010,
I feel like I was wrong too.
In 2010. Yeah, that's right. In 2010,
it's a true story.
I was at Forth Valley College.
Yes.
And I was
root of all evil, as we know.
I was wearing my long, full-length leather coat, and this lassie, I wasn't feeling very well at all. And it was lunch, and this lassie was sitting there at a table with her 3 pals, and she was sitting taking the piss out of me for my coat and telling me how I'd murdered a cow. I was like, actually, no, technically speaking, it was probably about 5 cows, and it was the meat they were killed for, not the coat, but still. And she just kept going on and on and on and on and on, and I just went, shut up or I'm vomiting in your food, and she wouldn't shut up, so I vomited in her food.
I'm just impressed that you can do it on cue, Sam.
That's
anything
fucking
like that wouldn't even be annoyed.
Fingers hectic, and I shouldn't have been in college that day anyway.
Well, look, the thing is, right, what would people rather you have done? You're angry, you know, that was your, you know, solution to getting her back and whatever.
Some people might have rather that he wasn't sick in that last year's tunnel. So.
Right, but you know what I mean? If the boy's going to vent his frustrations, what's he going to do? Punch her?
Yeah,
Spin
I've never
kicker?
hit a woman in my life. Fuck
Are you-
that.
Spin kicker.
I would
We all
never-
know somebody that spin kicks under vomiting somebody's curry.
Apparently Unleash the Beast sounded good. I've gotten 2 comments.
Fuck,
Right,
I really
I'll
enjoyed
say
it.
this now. If there is anything, like, I'm gonna, right, I've messaged my man Johnny, and I'm gonna get him to now post a link onto the events page.
Shit.
And
Right.
when you listen to the tracks, when you
So this is the link for the SoundCloud,
no, for the Bandcamp.
for the Bandcamp, sorry.
SoundCloud doesn't allow. Well, it does allow free downloads, but Bandcamp allows it in any format. So we'll take that.
That's good.
Or
That's
any
good then, eh?
any of the available formats that you want. So yeah.
So
it's-
shit's going down, is what you're saying?
Yeah, I've sent my man a message, and oh, there we go, and he has just dropped it. Ladies and gentlemen, on the Facebook page, it is there. Have a look. If there is anything you want to ask me about any of the lyrics in my songs, anything you want to ask me about the inspiration for my songs, or any questions whatsoever or feedback, I'm active on my Facebook right now, and as per usual, there will be the opportunity to phone in via Skype.
And I do believe that Paul knows the Skype address.
Yeah, it's just Chairman of the Board, I think.
Yeah, if you just add Chairman of the Board on Skype, you can phone in. We'll probably usually that's about 10, so we've got about 15 minutes before then.
And obviously we've still got our Facebook and stuff as well. I'll get a wee notification. If you're friends with one of us on Facebook, send us a message. I'm going to load up the YouTube as well so you can comment. We're just media vomiting on everybody.
Yeah.
There's loads of comments in this actually as well. Do you know what I mean? Some of the comments is, I'm assuming this is your girlfriend, Sandy.
Yeah.
Hey, you only get one pussy until we get cats, lol. That must be when the cat fucking jumped in the street.
it was. Yeah, no, Princess, don't worry about
Stephen Dure says webcam audio is coming through also. It sounds stinking. Oh fucking hell. And John said freestyle abuse her.
What?
I don't know. Will we get the cat back? And you can freestyle abuse the cat?
Alright, if you did with him spread my wings, where I've got my man Oogie on the second
That was a
verse.
fucking good one as
Third
well,
verse,
sure.
sorry.
Yeah. Do you know what? Like, fucking, is it cheeky to ask? Do that fucking chorus from that Seal song.
Do you want me to sing it?
Yeah.
Well, there's, like, technically speaking, I've got 3 sort of makeshift hooks, so which one do you want? The second one?
The best one.
The
Your favourite one.
the best one.
My favourite one. Alright.
Your favourite one. Anyone's gonna be awesome.
Maybe I'm a different breed, or maybe I'm not listening. So blame it on my ADD, baby.
I love that, man.
Me. Maybe I should cry for help, or maybe I should kill myself. Oh, blame it on my ADD, baby. There you go.
Fucking. No, I'm sorry. That is awesome.
Fucking. And
I don't
that's
care
a
what you
rapper,
say, man.
Sam.
That's a fucking rapper doing that shit. That's
That's
awesome.
fucking
Thanks very
incredible.
much, man. Thanks.
Nah, I do.
Honestly, that's
I fucking
impressive.
like that, man.
Powerful one. I feel like I'm sitting in there with my Bonnie Tyler.
Body fucking Tyler. Oh, shit.
I noticed the bars going up on the fucking
Aye, the
On the-
thank you up feedback.
the feedback.
Covered
But
tonight.
it should be okay.
The fact of the matter is, I mean, that was reduced power. In fact, Ken, what, 2 seconds, guys?
Oh
Yeah.
no.
No problem.
What's he got to do?
Baby, I
Fucking left the room.
power in the voice, man. It takes
Just in
back-
case, just
He
in case
held
there
up,
was
he held up
any.
the door frame as well, like fucking Michael Jackson there. So.
I should unbutton the shirt and everything.
What was I saying? I was saying as well about like you do fucking. You're a singer, you're a rapper, you freestyle. You also do fucking voices as well.
Oh, I can
Like-
do voices. Right, I'm going to get beers, guys. You start the voices.
Oh,
Are
do
you having
that,
another beer,
do that, do
Sandy?
that. I don't know if you can even see that in the webcam, but there's fucking. Well, let's just say.
There you go.
Samuel,
there's
you
that
want a
much
beer?
beer left.
Yeah, I'm kind of out.
Right, man.
Yeah. I don't care what you bring me. Go booze and I'll drink it.
Okay, Paul's off to get the beers.
So-
Beer run. Woo.
Is there anybody out there who's got it already, who's had a look at it and had to download it? Yeah. If there is, just let me know and just give me some feedback. Any kind of feedback.
Yeah, hook us up on the. In fact, you know what? I'll log into the Chairman of the Board Facebook page and any comments, any questions, anything to drugs if you don't know what the fuck they are. If you do know what the fuck they are, make up your own man. Oh, fuck,
Shit,
fuck's
sorry,
that
I
there?
pushed the
Exactly.
stage button when I was
They're a
shooting
point.
the bottle opener.
They're a point. Number 1, if you're under 18 and you're watching this, Don't ever be influenced by anything I say to you in any way, shape or form. However, if you're over 18, listen to everything I say and
Prick up your ears.
Copy it. Go flaying people. Go do it now.
Otherwise, they'll vomit on you.
Yeah, I'll vomit in your chick's curry.
I don't think mine smelt either. I'm trying really hard to smell it though.
Yeah, so Schwarzenegger anyway, fucking they get to the chopper line. How many times? That's so outdone. Did he not use that as a sort of like, you know, a wink wink thing in the previous one as well?
Didn't he use it as a fucking as part of his Governor of California campaign? Come to California.
Get to California.
Do it now.
I don't know, man. I get depressed watching that fucking Expendables.
Right,
Like-
what was that third one we like the other night, Sam? It was fucking ridiculous. I mean, like the first scene was like the guys on a train and some fucking matchup was going on there in the helicopter, and every so often you'd see Sly Stallone, and for like the first 5 minutes, like it was literally unintelligible. Like you couldn't hear what he was supposed to say. He was like, like oh, I'm not even kidding you. It was. It was like,
do you know what's funny?
Holy! It was just like, whoa! Like it was fucking, like it was noise. Like the subtitles guy was like,
You know what's funny about it as well? What I find hilarious is, you know that audio wasn't recorded while he was on the actual train. Like he was in a studio doing like redubbing the fucking audio, and so he had time to practice what he was going to say.
Do another take.
It was going to be like take 1, take 2, and you can just imagine him sitting in the booth going, oh,
and they're like,
that's it.
Sly, we need you to do it again. Call me Rocky! Call me Rocky! He's like, Mr. Rocky, we're gonna need you to do it again. Hold on! Okay, that'll do.
Yes.
Well
I wish
said.
his performance was
I had like a
substandard.
hilarious impression of Harrison Ford, and it's just like, spaceship. It's just fucking mumbling.
Yeah,
I
fucking-
actually do a rather cracking Gandalf with practice.
Well, that's
for
quite good,
years.
Sandy.
Yes, well, it's all about placement of the mouth, you see.
Uh huh.
Yes.
That sort of sounds like someone else as well.
I don't know who you're talking.
Show. I can't remember what it was called, but they had this guy on it called Archie Bunker, who was like this, you know, absolute fucking racist guy, all that kind of stuff, and just racist, homophobe, bigot, bad person. And the thing is, that TV show was out back when all that stuff wasn't as taboo, and so they were saying now you could never have an Archie Bunker on TV today.
Right.
You know,
I think I've heard of Archie Bunker for some reason. Right.
there was a British version of the TV show.
Is that something to do with Archie comics? What's that?
No.
Right, okay.
Archie and Jughead are like
Something
are
else.
completely different.
Yeah,
They're
right.
Archie and Jughead are
Right.
not racists. They're not homophobes. But yeah, so this Archie Bunker guy. So they said you couldn't do that in this day and age. You couldn't have an Archie Bunker on TV. And then they said, well, what if you put all his values and ideas into the mouth of a fucking, you know, 8-year-old fat kid? And that's what Cartman is. Cartman's just, you know,
Cartman is Archie Bunker.
Cartman's Archie Bunker, and so there's something about being able to, what's the word? Fucking anthropomorphize or some shit like that. This bigot, hateful person or an idea into an 8-year-old kid. And so I was thinking, what if you did that, like, you know, the same idea where it was either like kids or like fucking babies, and the TV show was all about like the leaders of the world.
Yeah.
You know, so it was like the UN, right? But it was all like they were all kids, or maybe even babies would make it even more ridiculous.
Like Stewie.
Yeah. Well, I guess Stewie's kind of done it as well. He's like they've put fuck.
He's like the ultimate.
They've already done it with Stewie. They've put like yeah.
Aye, but they're
But it's
not-
the same
aye.
idea, you know, putting someone into the form of a baby. It makes it less threatening when, you know, if you were
When they're
to try and
horribly
assault
racist.
someone. Yeah, if you were going to be racist, it's all right coming out the mouth of a baby because they're like, oh well, they don't know any better. Anyway, so I started thinking about, well, this would be an easy enough, you know, well, it'd probably be pretty hard, but you know, you could actually make that, you know, and it wouldn't take too many people to get together and, you know, do just a flash animation, put it up on YouTube. I've got a friend that wants to help write these
You've got loads of friends, Sam.
episodes and stuff like that. Yeah, but like this thing could actually potentially happen.
Aye.
You know, we could,
You could even do like mini webisodes.
yeah. But so what I was thinking about is Hazel is
play musicals. So you could fucking hear something and then be like, I could fucking play that.
Here's how it goes.
Yeah, so that would be why you're good at impressions, just because you've got these fucking amazing ears. You should fucking insure your ears, Sandy. And your voice,
Insure
obviously, and
my
all that
ears?
other kind of
Do you think
secondary
fucking-
stuff.
Do you think an insurance company would actually fucking insure a rapper?
Somebody got their arse insured. Was it not Jennifer Lopez got her arse insured?
That's Jennifer Lopez though, man.
well,
She's
it's true. I
J-Lo.
mean,
I'm
if you're gonna
fucking-
make
It could happen, man.
if you're gonna make money out, like who's that Pavarotti guy with the fucking
Aye.
he used to always he used to always cover his neck because it was like, you know,
protected.
But no, that
Protecting
was
it,
fat,
man.
Sam. That was fat.
it was just fat.
Oh, yes, it wasn't a cushion.
But yeah, but I don't know, insuring your ears, I'm not sure about. If
No,
that,
but like that's apparently what it is. Like, because like the way you like, have you ever like picked up the phone and you'd be like, fucking, you're like, hello, and you're like, who's this? And like it's your pal that you've kent, like you've known him for a while, but you've never ever spoke to him on the phone. Like you would maybe not, but I would have that. I'd be like, fuck is this? Like you sound different on the phone. Do you know what I mean? Like my voice sounds different recorded than
Well,
what it would when I talk.
but my
But
voice
you
sounds.
hear-
Wait,
you hear different than us.
My voice sounds different to me.
I know that's what I mean.
Doesn't it sound
You hear it
different?
different.
But do you hear it different when I'm on the phone?
Yeah, aye, it does. I think it does.
But that shouldn't happen.
I know, but I think it does as
marginal,
well.
It's very marginal though, the difference.
Aye, but I've like I mean, look at that fucking time. There was an episode of this. Frank phoned in. Now I've lived with Frank. I didn't know it was fucking Frank. Like honestly, but this is what my buddy was saying to me. Like he's fucking really good at impressions, and he was told that he's got a musical ear. Now he's never sat down and tried to play music or whatever, but you must have that as well. Like you just must, like obviously you do because you're fucking a musician. But
Yeah, well,
sorry for swearing, Kareem. But do you know what I mean?
Well,
Like you've obviously got very musical ears, and you know what it is when you hear it. Like you can process it well.
Well, it's something that I've developed over the years, but I have always, I have always had the ability. Like when I started learning how to play guitar, I would pick out the guitar piece and only the guitar piece, a track I was listening to, and learn how to play along with that. I would fucking basically, virtually just block out the rest of the track and just focus on the guitar.
Yeah.
And I developed it as I went along, like as I practiced it more and more, but. I don't know, I suppose to an extent it was always kind of there.
Yeah. Well, I remember that night we went to the settle in for Dave's gig.
Sorry, yeah, you can play the guitar as well. See what I mean? He's fucking.
Aye. And then you would watch him sitting playing it, and like to start off it would be basic, but as the song went on, you would start fucking about with it a wee bit and like opening notes differently and muting in different places and changing it because you knew the song as well. And it was just like he fucking knows, like he knows what he's doing. Like obviously, it was impressive to watch.
Yeah, I thought it was like poetic as fuck what actually happened because it was it was a gig where you guys had set it up. So Dave was like headlining.
Aye.
You were
supporting.
there. You were supporting. Your sister was supporting.
Well, Harlequin. Shout out to Harlequin, by the way, and shout out to my mother and that. If anybody who's watching this right now,
And
my
the dogs.
family.
Yeah.
I shout out to my wee babies Lilith and Kira, who I still miss. I've not seen in over 2 months, and it's heartbreaking, but I'll get back to them.
So what happened was you guys were okay. So Dave's doing the main
He's doing, like,
dialogue.
the
He's
main-
doing like the main.
Aye, the main bit of it.
like
the lead, you would call him. Like
yeah,
the
the lead rap.
Yeah, I was going to say lead singer, but I didn't want to say that.
I know
but
it's
aye.
like I don't know. It confused me there as well.
Yeah.
So lead vocalist.
Lead vocalist. That's the fucking word I was looking for. So he's doing like the lead vocals.
Take you as a magician, Sam. A musician.
Oh, for fuck's sake, Paul.
Take you as a magician. I'll see it.
There was a song as well where you've got on the actual track. There's a female singing the chorus.
The chorus, aye.
And so your sister comes up and does the chorus bit.
Yep, that was Hometown Missing Legends.
Yeah,
Aye.
and you've got
Was it Chris?
you,
was there
Chris
as
came
well?
up as
Chris was
well.
there as well, but you were on the guitar
Dave's rapping.
doing the song. Dave's rapping. Alexis is singing the chorus, and Chris is doing backing vocals.
Oh, it was fucking.
And it was like
amazing.
fucking wow. That's
short.
brilliant.
All we were short there for a full set was the Maca getting in on that.
Aye.
Yeah.
Honestly, like, see, like obviously, like, they played like the fucking whole set with like. Well, I don't even think Dave got that much done with his beats and stuff like that. But see for then on when it turned into like there was ages of fucking about and like you were mucking about with sound and that for half an hour or whatever. But see when they just started doing it, like Sandy the guitar, Dave fucking rapping, Chris was in the background, and then and that one when Alexis was fucking singing, like it was like the energy.
Aye, dude.
Like,
I'll tell you
it
something
was
right
fucking
now.
amazing. It was such a happy accident.
There was some fucking emotional about
Aye,
that. There was something
it
special
really
about
was.
that. It was
like
awesome.
it was just like you could tell that like you were like I don't really know like you.
Well, that's what makes it as well. That's what makes it as well. There's this fucking family bond here, and you know it's different from like.
At one point, all being in bands with each other in different capacities and written music with each other in different capacities over the years. So we do have, pardon me, we do have quite a lot of musical chemistry together, and the fact that we were raised in a musical family has really helped.
Is your parents? I was going to say magicians here again. I'm sorry.
Musicians.
Do your parents, or are they just like music fans?
No, my mother has a great singing voice, and as does my dad. In fact, my dad sings Elvis songs better than Elvis sings Elvis songs. But you know, my dad also, he's drummer and bassist and guitarist as well. So it is. I mean, it is a thing that's born into us. From both sides of the family. I mean, my mother's family and my dad's family have all got talented musicians in them. You know. And being conditioned to appreciate real music and not growing up listening to absolute nonsense, which as I'm sure any of you who were old enough to comprehend the music being released in the 90s will realise, you're talking about 80% of it being worthless crap, right? But we never...
The Spice Girls had their moments though.
The Spice Girls, the best moment the Spice Girls had ever was when they fucking rapped it.
Oh, I thought you were going to say when they broke up.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I meant by rapped it.
Oh, I thought you meant when they started doing all that rap shit.
Not doing what they fucking rapped.
Yeah, because I'll tell you what I want, what I really, really want. So tell me what you want. What you really
kind
want.
of rap.
I want as like a cigar.
It is kind of rap, right? But you compare that, right? The fucking here's another example of music that never came out around that time, but is of the same quality of standard, right? Let's just say a wee comparison here, right? Baby, 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 oh, baby, 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 no, right? Now, compare that to those who wish to follow me, I welcome with my hands. You know, what's the rest of the words to that?
It doesn't matter, it's already better.
I thought you were going to say Bohemian Rhapsody, Sandy.
Even that.
What was the artist anyway?
That was Ghetto Gospel, Tupac. It was Elton John singing it. I tell you what,
that was around the same time, wasn't it?
See the day Elton John works with the likes of Justin Bieber, right?
Has he done that?
No, he never will. I really don't see him doing
He's
that.
a gay!
Justin
Do you
Bieber.
remember Elton John and both like that?
How happy was everybody?
Fucking hilarious.
How happy was every cunt when Orlando Bloom
Just turn into snotty nose wee shits. What have you got, Sandy?
I have got myself a snap from a mate of mine in Norway. Snapchat.
How do we say hello in Norwegian?
Well, there's hello.
Hello.
Hi.
Hi.
It's quite common.
That's how a Japanese person says hello in English. He asked you about Norwegian for fuck's sake. Hello.
Hello.
The fuck is hestecook?
Hello. Hi.
Oh, it's Kevin. Right, I'll show you in the main camera here. That's
Switch to main camera.
Watch the wire. The wire's kind of getting pulled.
Up, Sandy. Up. Switch to you, Sam.
It's gone.
Back to me.
Was that Snapchat?
Did we fuck it up?
Shit happens.
It looked really cool.
Sorry, folks. Forgot to switch the cameras over.
It was a guy on a skateboard jumping through a hoopy fire with a dog chasing him.
No, it wasn't. It was a screenshot of me on fucking YouTube.
Oh right, yeah.
Hoopy fire with a dog chasing him.
Hooper fire. Didn't talk about that curry I had last week, man. Don't even go on that.
The toilet paper was in the fridge.
Toilet paper was dipped in liquid fucking nitrogen.
Fucking hell.
Any more comments, guys?
Aye, come on, guys, get fucking. I'm not feeling the love here. I'm not feeling people actually pay attention and get some shit said to me.
On the upside, we've got a couple of fucking more likes on the Chairmen of the Board YouTube page.
Where did you stash your sword?
Am I an actual samurai? Who's
There you
asking
go.
this?
Are you an actual
Am I an
samurai?
actual? No.
I think it's the cane. They may be mistaken that as being the sword.
It's not a sword.
No, it's a cane. Tell them the cane story.
The throat of sword. The cane story.
Yeah, not Cain and Abel, just the cane that you've got with them.
2 seconds. Sorry to interrupt. I've already done this. This has already been done, but obviously when it's went out, it's been cut, so she's not heard it. So do it anyway now, just to make sure that it's well and truly heard. Shout outs to my lovely fiancée, Lady Elizabeth. Miss you, Princess. I really, really do, and I can't wait to see you.
Totally miss you.
How long has it been actually since you've been apart?
Well, she did come over for a visit.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, she was. It was just a couple of weeks back. She was over for 5 days, but 5 days, it's just never enough.
What did she think of Scotland, Sandy?
Oh, that was really good.
Was it? I was really close to it. Sounds like to me. I
Dude.
couldn't hear anything else.
Dude,
Definitely myself.
dude, she lived in Scotland for 5 years.
Did she?
Yeah.
Oh well.
If
Well,
you
the
heard
question still stands. What does she think of it?
what did she think? Well, she used to really like Scotland, eh?
I know she really hates it.
Yeah, she lived here for a while, and then she discovered what
I'd
Scotland
love to
is.
go to Norway. I fucking think Norway would be a brilliant place to live.
We're basically, as I say, we're building contacts at the moment. There's a few people have gotten in touch. We're no saying any names and that, just in case anyone pulls out. But it's, the contacts are starting to build, and the motivation's definitely there with me and Oogie. There's no better motivation required than the fact that he grew up in this place to want to get out of it. It's hopefully we're going to get it kicked off in January in Norway. We'll spend a month or two there, going around places, move on from there to Sweden, then Denmark.
Yeah.
And eventually the aim is to take it all as far across the world as we can, really. Go as many places as we can.
It's just fucking good. Like, it is just like,
Yeah.
it's just good music. Like, it is. Like, it's hard not to fucking listen to that song, the Unleash the Beast, and just like, even just fucking nod your head along to it.
I would just say as well, like, because you've only played one of the tracks. All of them are good.
Yeah,
You were showing me them
everything
earlier.
I've heard,
Fucking all of them are good. And it's easy for me to say because we're friends and stuff like that, but
I fucking hate it and I like them songs.
Thanks very much. Thanks very much. Sorry, I expect somebody who thinks that Hitler had the right idea to hate me, to be honest.
hey, now wait a
I'll
minute.
quote Freddie Mercury, "One vision."
No, wait a minute here. Sandy, you told me earlier, if Paul brings up Hitler again, and you've just brought it up, you just fucking made him go there.
It's alright, it's the hate. The hate brought it into my head. They mentioned hate and I automatically thought Hitler. What am I meant to do?
What are you meant to do?
I'm surprised I've not got made a whiplash for this Hitler thing, because it happens quite a lot. I mean, your brother was on and you made a joke about drowning babies or something. Like it was a joke. Do you remember that?
It was a genuine joke.
Aye, it was a joke, and then there was like that fucking night. People watched it. And
Drowning babies,
shitstorm
that's
and
horrible.
And then your
the
brother's
Holocaust.
like, "Didn't you fucking call him a cunt, you prick," and all this kind of stuff. John's in the fucking YouTube
Aye,
comments.
there was a lot of heat with that one. But with all the shit you've said about Hitler, no one's fucking... I don't know. No one's really...
Sam, my argument is...
No, we're not getting in
Freddie
it.
Mercury once said it, one vision.
Right, one
Nobody's
vision.
going to argue with Freddie Mercury apart from homophobes. And nobody wants to admit to being a homophobe.
I'm
So
pretty
that's
sure-
why nobody's arguing with me. And if you argue with me, you're a homophobe.
I'm pretty
Just like
sure.
Hitler.
I'm pretty sure that Freddie Mercury had an exceptionally
It's not
in-depth
sensible argument
argument.
in the world.
I'm pretty sure that Freddie Mercury had a particularly in-depth argument with AIDS and lost it.
Oh, there you go.
But,
Boom.
no, that's out.
It's
It's
been
40
brought-
minutes.
It's been brought up now. Why not? Yeah. So when I was a kid, I must have been about like 15 or something like that. So maybe not necessarily a kid. It was like fucking teenager and everything like that. Got in a big argument with my mum. Fuck knows what it was over. And as you do when you're a teenager and like you're rebelling and all that stuff, you can sometimes get a little bit physical and everything like that. So me and my mum had this big fallout. We ended up sort of kind of wrestling, and my mum's kind of like big woman.
It's not
She-
even like you're like, I hit my mom.
No,
like,
no, no,
it's
it
not
was-
even
it
like
was-
like it was a wrestling.
it
like
was
you were
just-
proper tussling
It
and-
just started off like grabbing wrists and things like that, and then trying to like shove each other, and then somehow I ended up on the floor, and she sat on top of me and would not get off me for ages, and it was fucking humiliating. Especially because the other thing as well is we had a rabbit at the time,
Oh,
right?
I think you were going to say I had friends round.
No. Well, if you count my rabbit as one of my friends, which it was.
Right.
Um,
You're sitting in front like, Mum, don't let the rabbit see me.
no. What I was going to say was where she happened to sit me was in this little hall bit.
Right.
And of course the rabbit had done its droppings and it hadn't been cleaned. And so she didn't do it, but she was threatening to put these rabbit droppings like on my face and everything like that.
That's just.
Oh my god.
That's cruelty,
I've
isn't it?
forgotten your mum's name. Enlighten me.
Corinne.
Corinne. That's cruel.
Child fucking abuse.
I think it's pretty fucking funny, to be honest.
Funny, yes. Mean, definitely.
Yes, as mean.
Mentally. So there you go, Hannah Ford. Hope you had your giggle out of that, Ian.
I think we all had a giggle at that, Sam.
No, right.
Robert Echo. Sorry, Sandy. Aye.
Let me just jump in.
Yeah, go on, you go.
I've just been asked there by my brother how people ask like how they put, like they send in for asking questions. I say just there, it was about the time he started that story, so that was a while ago. But you can get straight in and onto my Facebook and message me on Facebook, which it's lex.lethal.1 on Facebook. You know, it's easy enough to find. Just search Lex Lethal and you see a picture of my party faith, and either that, or you can go on the Chairmen and the Bored one, or comment on the YouTube channel, just whatever you go to do.
Get it somehow. There's like 3 different ways.
Right, we're all sort of monitoring stuff, so just however you want, get in touch. This is 2010. This was the time of that fucking embarrassing ass video, mate.
That's not really much of a threat as well. Like, you know, fucking what you doing? I'm going to freestyle it in your face. Have I picked up wrong?
No, you're right enough.
Pretty much what it is.
Because if you said to me like, fucking Sam, stop doing that, or I'm going to just start freestyling,
you'd be like, go on then.
I'd be like, yeah, keep
entertain me.
Entertain me.
Dance monkey.
Right.
Dance
my
monkey.
lady. What does my lady say?
She said, Kira just whined. Kira,
right. As in anybody who's ever seen Death Note. The name initially never came for Death Note, but we changed the spelling of it to the way it's spelled in Death Note, just simply because
it's Kira.
Aye, because it's like killer.
Yes, it's meant to be the Japanese interpretation of the American word for killer.
Then your brother said, on stage like a party at my mum's, haha. I don't know what that means, but it sounds quite good. I was actually thinking, see if you're telling that story about your family, how good would a fucking Christmas at the Macauley's be? All of them there, somebody pulls out a guitar. What a fucking great laugh that would be, eh?
Singing the carols.
No, it's just like having a fucking laugh, and they're all just singing songs and that. I don't really think they're a carol singing bunch.
No, that's what I was going to say, except the carols wouldn't be your traditional Christmas carol. It'd be like, you know, Santa's Red Death or some shit like that.
Well, we would all sit. I mean, at Christmas and stuff like that, we wouldn't really sit and sing carols. It'd either be on the TV and stuff like that. But Christmas for us, Christmas for anybody.
I was just thinking a family party.
Christmas at the Macca's. That's a fucking YouTube video waiting to happen. You know, we've got the big tree and all the decorations, and someone's sitting by the piano, and then it's dun, 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 dun. I fucked Mrs. Claus with the. I don't know. But you know what I mean? That'd be a good YouTube video.
It's like they're all dressed like Vivian out the young ones and that.
No, that's where Chris is Vivian out the young ones.
Aye, that's what I thought.
That's my twin brother, ladies and gentlemen. The man headbutts walls for his own entertainment. Seek help, Chris. I love you, but seek fucking help.
Zeke help.
You always make that way to bring it back to the Nazis. Zeke help! Zeke help!
See when the comment came in that Kira just whined, it was when I said her name. It was when I did the shout out. Yeah.
Shout out, Kira.
Hey Kira, baby. I can't torment.
That's what you did, a rabbit or a cat or something, eh?
That's not fair.
No, you're gonna get them all.
Right, then John said, he said one vision, aye. No one vision, a fine urge. He says, hi Sandy, Savner Dig, Ijme, I
give me the fucking thing.
We're going to find out what this says here.
Hi Sandy, Sandy Herhen in Norway. Yes, I do miss my home in Norway very much. Desperately so. So very much looking forward to getting back. Thanks very much.
Do you know what? And it's actually, you're going back and everything like that. But you know what I would love to see? I'd love to see like we were talking about the acoustic set, the fucking, you know, just all you guys on the mic. If that was like a gig where it was like every song was just you guys, no fucking music. Well, no, there would be you with the guitar. You got Chris on backing vocals. You've got Alexis doing the choruses, and you would have Dave and John
as well,
doing like, you know, a verse each kind of thing.
Aye.
Then the chorus, so you could all do stuff like that.
I would be brilliant. I would properly love that. Actually, I think it's a fucking great idea. But on the theme of doing hip hop alongside acoustic guitar and stuff like that, the song that I did with that guy Snow, Spread My Wings, I fully intend on doing a percussive acoustic version of that at some point, recording it. But I'm actually, in fact, shout out to Cab Beats right now if you're watching this, Cab, shout out to you. I'm hoping to do like quite a few percussive acoustic hip hop tracks with Cab Beats actually. It's a vein that I really think is far too unexplored and far too awesome to remain so unexplored.
Something else I was going to bring up as well, just because we've been slightly getting away from all the rap stuff, all the career stuff, talking about fucking One Vision and all that. You put up a video the other day, and it was like I don't know if it was the first rap you did. It was one of the first like videos that you made, and you were in the makeup and all the stuff, and you were doing a rap in an American accent. and
right.
I'm wondering. What do
you want to ask me? Go on.
I'm wondering, like, if you get any sort of slack for doing that.
If I get any kind of, if I get any stick for it, or any bother for it, or if it's, well, a lot of guys they kind of accept it's kind of a well-known fact that a majority of the rappers in Scotland and even in the UK started off with using American accents. In fact, before I go any further, I will just say, look at fucking Syllable and Brains. At least when I realised something could be fucking done with the Scottish accent, I wasn't really. You know what? Do you want to know when it comes down to the brass fucking bones? When it comes right down to it.
Can I just stop you 1 second and say that just because you mentioned Loki, we've got a friend who's been asking us to get Loki on. Yeah. So we're going to do that. We'll get in contact with you.
Do it.
Hopefully you'd want to come on and shoot the shit. If you happen to be watching this is my invitation. You're welcome to come on the Chairman of the Board.
Do it, man.
Definitely, man.
Do it. You would have a lot of fucking good material coming out if you got Loki on here. The guy's got a lot of really good, really intelligent shit today. The guy, he pays attention, and that's one of the things that he's really going on for him. And he's got a lot of respect as well in Scotland.
Yeah, you were telling me he's big on Scottish independence.
Aye. Oh yeah, he's very big on Scottish independence, and it's no like he's big on Scottish independence through any kind of national pride or anything like that, although I imagine it's probably an aspect there, but the guy knows what he's talking about. He's done his research.
Yeah.
He's paying a lot of attention, and that's, it's got him riled what's happening in it. So there's a lot he could say. I really recommend getting him on.
I mean, we are interested in having really anyone on. This
Definitely.
This is a weird sort of thing of this podcast, because Maverick Media, we produce it through Maverick Media. Maverick Media, I take very seriously, is like almost like a company that is geared towards producing media content that advocates transition to a resource-based economy, and that's what we'll work for free intended on doing. That's what our next films are intended on doing. We want to make video games that's intended on doing that. Chairman of the Board is a little bit of a deviation, and really this is just, as the title suggests, Chairman of the Board, this is just a fuck around. This is just anyone who has anything to say on any subject. You're welcome to come on, you're welcome to phone in on Skype, you're welcome to message us. This is just whatever it happens to be. And so it'll be great to get Loki on as well, but
definitely.
If you've got something that you want to say, and you've got something, even if you just want to hang out with us and fucking
everybody's
chat
got
shit.
something to say at the end of the day, do you know what I mean? Everybody's got a story to tell.
Yeah, everyone.
You don't need to be like a fucking rapper that's going to Scandinavia and touring Europe and all that kind of stuff. You don't need to be a Krav Maga expert. You don't need to be a fighter for Scottish independence. Do you know what I mean? You can just be a guy.
Yeah.
Anybody.
I mean, it's fun if you've got something controversial, or if you've got something
if you've got
out
something
there
to promote as well, by all means.
It's not to be laughed at. You might not. Some people might not like it. Some people might fucking love it. But fact of the matter is I'm true to myself and I'm honest in my music. So
I will actually fucking completely back you up on that.
Aye, definitely.
In a way that I can actually relate to you probably more than you understand. I was when I was younger, my whole thing was I was a professional wrestler, and I went down the road to that. For the longest time, when I did my promos, I did them in an American accent. I did the exact same fucking thing, because when you look out into the world, you're getting taught through TV. That's what's selling. That's what it's presented as.
You're getting indoctrinated through TV, but let's not go on about that.
Yeah. I mean, that is what it is, though. It's a form of indoctrination, but it's almost like it never occurred to me that it's like you could do it just with a Scottish accent. And I mean, I'd still argue that maybe you can't, but that's what it is. You watch American wrestling on TV, it's all American accents, as you would expect. So you start thinking that's how, if you want to be a professional wrestler, that's what you do.
If you want to be a professional in any kind of level in the celebrity sort of status, you're sat in that situation thinking, I'm never going to achieve this unless I put myself forward as something that's accepted.
I think it doesn't even really register as being like, what am I doing? Why am I doing an American accent? Because the thing is, you copy the moves that you see getting done.
You just do it,
and you do them to perfection. When it's time for a promo, you think, what have I seen? And you just end up doing that.
You just use what's worked so far. And to be honest, if it wasn't for the boys that I've seen that have been doing such a fucking great thing, in fact, you really need to bring Loki on here because the shit he does for Scottish hip hop is phenomenal. And if it wasn't for what I've seen him do, then and the likes of Mad Hat and Dead Sounds, shout out to Dead Sounds by the way, Revo, Snow I've already shouted, but
Hold on, just saying you were saying as well, it took someone else to come along and do register
that can be done.
That could be done. Now, I never really had anyone come along in Scottish wrestling. At the time I was doing it, that made me think, oh fuck, we can do it, just do a Scottish accent, it's fine. If anyone from ICW was watching this now, everybody had to be fucking great as you're aware of this.
Well, that's it. When I first thought about writing rap, I did think, what happens if I date in a Scottish accent? It's like, it didn't seem to think. I thought I found it a lot harder writing my rhymes at first, but once I put the boot in, then and really thought about it, it comes more natural to you as well, and it's one of the things that I would really, one of the reasons why I would really push to people that they should be true to themselves in their music, because you're going to produce some of the best shit you've ever written if you're honest about it. If you're putting your heart and soul into your music.
That's another thing that I would also say that I commend you on, really, because as I said, I've written like little things and thought my energy for rap, like for me doing it, comes from like, could I get a laugh out of this? Could I make a silly video and all this stuff? I don't have the balls to do anything like that's serious, that's sort of true to, I'll be honest, I don't have the balls to put something out there that's really personal, that's really, do you know what I mean? It would have to be, I'd have to scapegoat by making it a joke, making it like, oh, this is comedy. But whereas you legitimately put out stuff that's happened to you, stuff that's real, stuff that it's cliche to say, it comes from the heart. It's true though, that's what it is, that's what the difference is.
And there it is, right there, confirmation, ladies and gentlemen, for those of you who may hear some of the shit that I write and think, nah, right, this guy has known me since I was 10, right?
He was very small.
But very loud.
Fucking saying that, you still are small. But you make it work. You make being small look good, Sandy.
Well, one thing that was said to me by a long-term friend of mine, a guy named Chris Porter, a long-time family friend, call him Big Chris.
Hold on. I know Chris Porter as well.
I keep fucking hearing this guy's name.
I know Chris Porter as well. I'm also going to do another shout out and say I don't think he watches this. If anyone he knows watches this, I want Chris Porter to come on the show. He's got fucking loads of shit to say.
I
was hanging out with him one night and honestly he starts talking about fucking just the history of dynasties and fucking. I mean, some of it's like I think Illuminati kind of stuff, but he knows so much. Like
he's a very knowledgeable man, he really is. But
and also tanks, he fucking knows so.
Fucking big man, Sandy, is what he said. I've got a lot of personality.
You've got a big presence.
Oh yeah.
You stand out in a room.
Yeah, no, definitely. I mean, like. I think just about everyone in Stirling fucking knows you as well. Like they all know Sandy. They all know like fucking. That's the dude with the cane, with the fucking.
Aye, and if you don't know, you know somebody that knows them, and you've heard of them.
Yeah, but that's what you have to do as well. Like if you want to,
you've got to. I mean,
if you're a local celebrity like Sandy McLeish, come on the Chairmen of the Board podcast.
Actually, rather interesting fact, on my way to my forklift training last week, I passed my forklift licence. I passed.
I'm impressed you did. I just can't see you doing it.
I'm now a fully licensed forklift driver. I know.
Cool.
It's quite frightening, to be honest. Warehouses beware. When I was on my way there, I was actually walking from Ibrox subway station down to the Woodville training centre where I was doing it, and I was actually rapping and singing along to Sail.
Right.
And I got stopped by a guy that runs a recording studio around the corner, and he asked me to come round. And I was due to go and see him yesterday, but I couldn't make my way through. But basically, I'm in the process of rescheduling my third meeting with these guys, just through being who I am, just by going through the street, rapping my own shit. And they're not just the studio. I mean, they do other stuff. They do radio and stuff like that, and they do video editing and stuff. And there's a cafe and all that. It's Africa House is the building that it's in. And you know, it's like
I would fucking say to you, dude,
That's
fucking
fucking brilliant, man. Honestly.
honestly, maybe you do know how good a singer you are. I think you're a fucking awesome singer, like, and it's crazy because like your first of all build is a hip hop artist.
Yeah.
Is that right, or would you say it's just kind of in the middle, kind of both?
well, that's it. I mean, first and foremost at the moment, obviously, is hip hop. But most people will, if I'm put on the bill, as you say, I'd be billed as a hip hop artist because it's what I do predominantly at the moment. But I'm a musician. I look
But
at
you
myself
could
as a
fucking
musician.
go from like being a hip hop artist up in some fucking club to go and being like on an open mic in some fucking coffee bar or some shit like that. Do you know what I mean? But you could do it.
Well,
like,
the thing is as well, the way not to do it would just to be going down singing, because there's too many people. There's too many people that are
I
singing.
don't have the best voice in the world, and I'm not by any stretch of the imagination anywhere near the likes of, you know, fucking some of the greats out there that
who
have
do you
made
think-
massive
who would you
names
say
for their
is
voice
like
alone.
Your top best singer.
My top singer on the
In your
planet.
opinion.
Right, that's changed.
Underground career.
Well, I wouldn't call them underground because they played at the Download Festival this year, they played at the Wacken Open Air Festival, the Grass Pop Metal Festival, and they also played at fucking Sonosphere. So I
Right.
wouldn't call them underground anymore, but they're well on their way and they're sponsored by Brian May. Shout outs to Colobus, man. My favourite singer at the moment
Colobus?
is definitely going to be, Gemma Fox.
Yeah.
Paula Fox's big sister.
Oh yeah.
Aye, my favourite singer right now is going to be her because they've released a track called The Fallen that it puts fucking shivers up my spine every time I listen to it.
Fucking
Yeah,
hell.
I can never experience. I can never compare any experience to standing on stage as the frontman of a metal band and singing with everything you've fucking got. And I really must experience singing that song live because I can only imagine how she feels doing it. It's honestly, it's
What's
Yeah, that's powerful, Sandy. I'm excited about
what's the song called?
It's called The Fallen. It's
Fallen.
Colobus.
Yeah, it's off their album The False Awakening, and what an album it is, mate.
What did you say about
Sandy McAleese. Fucking what an album. Oh, you can imagine that in the bus stop saying,
Sandy McAleese?
what an album.
Aye.
No, but that's a fucking good review, man. That's emotional, man.
Well, shout outs, honestly, Gemma. I never knew you had a band until the day before I sent you that message. I had no idea. I've always liked your voice since the day I fucking first saw you step foot on that stage at Scribbler's Picnic and Date You Shook Me All Night Long by AC/DC. Always liked your voice and knew you were always gone somewhere, and I'm so fucking proud to see that you are right now. So unbelievably proud.
There you go.
Shout out Gemma Fox, make sure she sees it.
Shout out Gemma Fox, and
Shout out
also
Colobus.
if Gemma Fox has spare time and wants to come on the podcast, you're more than welcome.
Do you want to spend some time on Scotland's #1 podcast?
Right.
So, yeah,
Unofficially branded.
unofficially branded, but we have fucking t-shirts on the wall. Look at that shit. We have t-shirts on the wall.
Yeah,
That
there's
means
t-shirts,
something,
yeah.
people. That fucking means something.
It does mean something.
You better fucking respect
don't know-
the
I
t-shirts.
don't know what
that
it
is
means.
that isn't the only t-shirt, Sam. There is also another t-shirt that is exactly the same as that,
There is.
in a different size. So think on.
Yeah. And while we're on the subject of t-shirts, you can go to mavericmediashop.co.uk. We only have about 4 t-shirts, but they're fucking
But
awesome.
keep your eyes out, fucking like and share that as well, because that shit's on the go. T-shirts.
Just again, couple of, I know I'm doing a lot of it, but you know
Sandy,
what,
do
I'm
it.
feeling in the mood today. Shout outs again. Shout out to my man Mickey Patterson. Glad to hear that you're downloading that, mate.
Fucking excuse. Cat was like up at the screen, like fucking, like try to get them off the telly. And
Yeah, well, there's also the fucking noises you sometimes get. Like, see if you ever watch a YouTube video where, like,
look at that cat. I think something's fucking under that towel. She was just looking. What the fuck is this shit?
hello,
This should be here.
wait for there.
Anyway, cats.
Aye, so what was I going to say? There was aye, if you ever watch like a YouTube video where like a cat's doing something and it makes like a noise, makes like a thingy noise, it's like these cats don't realise that it's a fucking YouTube video and they're like going mental, like
Like
they,
looking behind the computer and
all
that.
3 of them come round and they're like, what's going on, what's happened? It's like,
Something wrong.
there's been a
Is somebody in
murder.
trouble?
Right, sorry, another shout out to Chara Graham, who's just pointed out that apparently she found her last experience of Christmas at the McAleese house to be fucking awesome.
I told you. I told you.
Cheers, Chara. Thanks very much. Miss you, hen.
Jara, Costa Crew, represent, motherfucker.
I don't know.
Aye, by the way, see to all these motherfuckers that have fucking seen me over the years sitting on that Costa steps and say, what are you doing here? You know what, see me, this man and about 10 other fucking folk when I was 10-year-old started that shit, so don't ever tell us to get off these steps.
Yeah, you get off the steps, motherfucker. They're my steps.
Exactly.
If you do feel you're a part of the Costa Crew,
Fuck off.
you can go to the Costa Crew Facebook page at facebook.com/original Costa
You're
Crew.
just selling all your fucking wares tonight, Sammy.
Why the fuck not?
I've got nothing to sell.
Oh, Costa Crew's not selling. Oh, do you think I should make Costa Crew t-shirts?
I think you should
Could
make
actually,
Costa Crew
man.
t-shirts. I'll buy it. I'll buy it.
To be fair,
I
like
will.
I don't know if they'd be worth the making though, because there would only be like maybe like
10,
no, I don't
15
know.
sell.
Maybe we'd get like 60 people.
I
Would buy
would
them.
probably get like the newer generations and that as well.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
And you could have a meeting. You could have like a fucking Costa Crew thing.
tell you what, why don't you two just fucking talk shit about me behind my back while I go for a push?
Oh,
He's a
dude,
fucking-
we've got 5 minutes left. I think that's. You can hold it for 5 minutes. What are we going to talk about for 5 minutes?
Now there's fucking immediate pressure to talk about stuff, Sam.
I just want to also like I'll just throw it out there. We started off fucking up again, like we usually do. It wouldn't be this podcast if we didn't fuck
Aye.
up.
Oh, aye. Definitely, like, if you've obviously fucking stayed and watched this till in another day, like, well done. Also, as well, like, obviously fucking Sandy's went crazy the night with the pub. I didn't know. A wally dildos or something behind them. I'm spitballing, I'm spitballing.
Yeah, so we will make it a lot fucking better. The stream, we're gonna get loads of people on as well. It's not confirmed, but Final Silence.
Oh, right, I hear you've been chatting to him. That'll be fucking good.
Possibly he'll be coming on.
Yeah, Space Doctor as well. We're still waiting for Space Doctor.
Space Doctor is going to come on at some point. I'll just say as well, Willie Lang, for people who don't know who Willie Lang is of Final Silence, he is a funny motherfucker.
Aye.
Not putting any pressure on him. If he does come on, he has to be funny, but he's a fucking funny guy.
He's like movie reference city. For what I remember, I've not seen him in a few years, but he's movie
and he
reference
likes
city.
wrestling as well, so that's something we could talk about.
And he's kind of got a beard, same. Well. Sometimes I got my beard set off him. See if like sometimes you see me and I've just got this chin bit. I call that the Willie Lang.
The chin bit.
So like fucking like I've just got the chin bit. It's not a full goatee, but I've
shouldn't
just
do
got that bit, and that's the Willie Lang. So fucking
shouldn't
shout
do
out
it.
to Willie Lang for all the
Yeah.
folk that like my beard.
Also, big shout out to fucking Sandy, man. I hope we got everything, or Lex Lethal, I should say.
One quick thing I just want to say,
Yeah.
just simply because I've got to say it and I've been reminded of it the other day. On behalf of my man Oogie Zoogie, fuck you Thomas Tales Milligan, keep your fucking mouth shut and stop trying to diss my man on track or talk shit about him, or you're going to end up dealing with both of us.
Oh, that would be cool.
And also, I'll fucking say, I've listened to this guy on these fucking tracks. He's fucking good, man.
He's insane.
He is.
He's mad.
As are you, Sandy. As are you, Lex Lethal.
Thanks very much.
Alexander,
Thanks.
aka Lex.
Thanks for the support.
Fucking
Thanks actually to everybody that supported me. There's haters out there and you know who you fucking are, but you can say what you fucking like. At the end of the day, I'm doing what I love and you ain't got to like it.
That's it, man. That's we're the
Suck your
same.
mum.
Look, we're gonna have people not like us for whatever reason, but you know what? We're fucking nice guys, man. Give us a chance.
Aye, at the core of it, behind all the Nazi propaganda and
Now you now when you think
genocidal plans.
when you think of chairman of the board, you think of Nazi propaganda. But listen, we're gonna clear our name on that. We're gonna come up with reasons.
fuck. That means
Reasons.
I'm gonna have to come up with reasons, Sam. I'm gonna have to go think about it.
That's true.
Well, think hard.
Right. We are gonna have to end it right there.
Should we get Sandy to play a song again to play us out? That fucking Unleash the Beast.
Yeah, you can do that if you want.
If yous want, man, if yous want, I've still got the page up, I believe I should be able to call that off.
Well.
We talk a lot of shit, but you get it for free. So don't complain, these gadgets cost a lot. So now we're at the end of the song, and everybody knows what's going on. So here we have the chairman of the, yes we have the chairman of the board.
I was gonna say as well, yeah, about the freestyling, and because it's like, I was thinking how that, like, you know, to introduce you, you're a hip hop artist. You really are a fucking artist, though. I mean, like you, and I'd say even more so. Like, I'm not even talking about like content and stuff like that, but like, you can sing as well, and you're a pretty fucking decent singer. You rap obviously, but you can also freestyle, and you're fucking like we had Dave on, and he admitted like you can't freestyle, you can't do it, and I imagine that there's a lot of rappers that can't. It's a fucking hard thing to do, and you can do it. And I mean, it doesn't matter that everything that you're putting out when you're freestyling, it's not always going to be gold.
No.
But it's still a fucking really difficult thing to do.
And especially
And even
be
when
clever with it.
even when you fuck up, you acknowledge that you fuck up and make it something funny.
Aye.
You know.
He was a part of it.
Well, the thing about freestyle, right, is that it's not an easy thing to do, and I will happily admit right now that I've fucked it up big on a few occasions, right? But a lot of rappers, they can't do it, and they won't be able to do it because they think that they're never going to be able to do it, so they don't. The only way to get better at freestyling is to freestyle.
Yeah.
Only way to do
Just
it
keep
is just
doing
keep flexing that muscle, you know, just keep fucking
Aye.
getting your brain working as often as you can.
Mhm.
I mean, I find a good method that I've found for being able to put lyrics together quickly is I freestyle as quickly as I possibly can, as often as I possibly can.
Right.
And it also helps with my writing process as well, because the lyrics, that means I'm used to more rhymes being put together at speed
Yeah,
in my brain.
I know what you mean.
So I can usually put a track out quicker based on
Mhm.
that.
Yeah, Will was talking to us about freestyling, and I probably won't do the whole thing justice, but it's from what he's looked into, and it's not just freestyling. It's a thing that you do with your brain, like you're saying. When you go so fast, it's almost like you're not. If you're thinking about it, then you maybe will fuck up. But it's almost like you're putting yourself into a state, and supposedly the state's called like flow. And I think like athletes do the same thing with different circumstances.
You could see that
It's
because you
like-
could see it like somebody's got a good flow, like on the mic or whatever.
He's really worked.
No, it should stream fine at that level and all that. Obviously, it hasn't. Maybe I hope I'm not downloading anything. No, I'm not.
Oh, I'm fucking downloading everything.
That'd be just the thing to fuck us up, wouldn't it? I'm gonna come off of all these other web pages, and hopefully that'll bring it down. You know what? It says on YouTube as well that the strength's good. It's just on the actual streaming thing. Seems to be.
Johnny, do you want to send me a wee message and let me know how it's going? Oh wait, you're typing the new.
Anyway, well, you know what? Fuck it. We're gonna go ahead. We've got we've got everything in place now. Do you know what? As well, like if there's anyone else like that's out there that's a bit annoyed or complaining that we're fucking everything up, like it is our first time doing this with the software and all this stuff. And also, I'll just point out as well, it's chairman of the board. You should only really be watching this if you've got fuck all else to do.
Yeah. We're in the zone now, Sam.
We're in the zone now, so.
Johnny says it still freezes a little, but he recommends 480.
But
Well, I'll tell you what, we'll go with 480 next time, because I don't want to have to stop it again. It would mean setting up a new link and all that stuff. It might be a little bit glitchy, but I'm sure it'll do the job.
it'll fix itself by the time it comes to uploading itself and that kind of stuff.
It does tend to do that once it processes.
So we'll be
So
alright.
if you can
Don't
bear with
panic.
us, hopefully it's not too bad. Anyway, on with the show. Fucking Lex Lethal.
Yeah.
I interrupted you guys. You guys were in the middle of something.
Were we? Oh, it was pretty fucking deep.
What was it?
I don't know. We were just saying how great you were. I think, Sandy. I think that was the basic gist of it. We were just
Thanks,
saying how
bro.
great you were.
Thanks, man.
It's a true story, man.
But you are.
They'll find it anyway. Do you have like a Twitter or something you want to chat about? Or are you doing it through Twitter at all? You just not gonna
I'll probably post it on Twitter, but
tweet
I'm not
the
really.
meek?
Yeah.
We're really bad with our fucking Twitter.
I know.
We
Well, I'm
never-
really bad with it, Sam. I
We
use
never-
it sometimes. I don't fucking have any interest in Twitter though. Usually.
Alright, for those who are saying about it lagging, chances are when the thing's actually, like, if you are really interested in listening to what we've got to say rather than just
Uh-huh.
waiting for the EP.
Like,
that one.
I got him on Facebook after seeing like the battles and that, and after Dave was on here, and he's like fucking putting out stuff all the time.
Aye.
Like he does put out a lot of stuff, and like I listened to some of it, but then like I was kind of a lot lost, so I kind of stopped. But like he must, it's just that thing about you say the more you do it, the better you'll be if you've got a knack for it.
Hmm.
Do you know what I mean? So, but if it obviously it's kind of. And did he freestyle it or did he have
No,
pre-written?
it was pre-written. A lot of mine was pre-written as well,
Mhm.
but I never sat and wrote on it. But
Mhm.
it was kind of partly my fault on that as well. I thought I went in basing it on his past performances, thinking that I could go in there and
Yeah.
freestyle and take the win for it,
Yeah.
which obviously was a bad move on my part. But I don't think that that belittles his win in any way either.
No.
Because his lyrics, he came hard that day. He really fucking broke the
I've not
lyrics
seen
hard.
it yet. Is there a video of that yet?
Not yet.
Mhm.
I'll come out eventually at some point. We're
I've
just
not seen it
waiting.
because I have had a wee look about for it, but I've not seen anything for it yet.
Yeah, I'll come out eventually.
And who else was at that? So where was them in that battle? Was that Kelvin Grove again?
It was Kelvin Grove Park again, and there was quite a few decent battles, including like one between my two brothers, which was
Aye, I want to see
interesting,
that. That would be
to
good.
say the least. Aye, it was both of them had great lyrics as well.
Who was that? Dave and
Dave
Marco.
and Marco,
Dave
aye.
and John.
That'll be good.
I mind Dave was saying when he was on the podcast with us, he was saying he would wish John would pick up the mic more or pick up the pen more. I think he said.
Aye, it's not really. I mean, John's got a hell of a lot of responsibility.
Aye,
That's the thing.
he did say that, like,
He
hey,
does.
but he just said he has got like a fucking
But
big talent for it as well.
That's him getting the booth put out, like he's getting his recording studio put out into the backyard, and he's doing wee tiny shed thing that he's setting up in there. So I reckon what he's going to end up doing is, on the times where everybody's in bed and can't be making noise in the house, he can now go at the
Go to
back
the
and
shed.
do it. So I reckon this is going to be the wee push to get
And
him
it
back
can
in
be
it.
a fucking escape for people. Do you know what I mean? When people have got a lot on their plate, like folk could use that as an escape. If he fucking, I don't think I've heard a lot of John stuff. Like I heard that. I don't know if it was a freestyle or what he done. I think it was just some bars that he wrote, but there was a video of him on YouTube spitting it, and it was fucking. He was fucking really good as well. I think that was the first time I seen any of you actually, like any of the Macca brothers,
Shout out
spitting with that
Codex.
on video.
By the way, brief shout out Codex. Cheers for letting us know that you're getting.
Back on now.
What's he? Stephen just saying.
Alright, that's it back on now. We should be back up and running. We should be broadcasting at 7:20 now, which is lower than we'd want, but fuck it.
What's this shit here, Sam?
Bandwidth. I have no idea.
Right, well we're streaming at 7:20. Let us know if it's working.
I should be fine now.
It should be
The only
alright.
thing is, we're going to have to get the link. 1 second. Just for the people that were watching.
Right, we're going to post the link somewhere. Obviously, if you're hearing this, you've already found the fucking link.
You guys, you're a part of this. This is history right here.
I don't even know who we're talking to.
The people watching on the
The peeps at home.
Probably Hazel.
copy. Okay.
Bum, 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 bum.
Okay, Chairmen of the Board podcast Facebook
Take
page.
two, it's up.
I'm going to post it on there. Oh, have you posted it already?
No, I just fucking got a thing for it, but I can't. Oh no, wait, I can share it. If you're doing it already.
Alright, there we are. It's on the Chairman of the Board thing.
Jesus, Sam, I don't know if that's my phone or what, but that looks fucking bloody. It does.
We can't. Like the thing is as well, when we had the previous setup, we
Oh no, it's alright.
went through a thing testing everything.
Testing, 1, 2, we're back.
We were a bit optimistic. We like our internet connection and thought we'd just go right into it.
I need do
To be
that.
fair, just to explain as well, we only got this new fucking stuff like today, so
Aye.
we've spent all day like getting it set
So
up,
go easy.
trying to get it to work. Yeah.
And it looks fucking professional. If you
And
were sitting
also-
here, you would be impressed.
This is thumbs up.
I think it looks good.
Yeah.
Right,
Okay.
good.
We've got a thumbs up, so that's good.
Thumbs up from
Did you post the link on
I
your?
put it on my wall. and
Stephen just posted it on the event page as well.
Stephen Drew, right,
Oh,
on the
excellent.
event page.
Thanks for that, Stephen.
I'll share it on my event page.
Right, so we did try to just fucking go right out there and full 1080p, and maybe we shouldn't have done it when we had a guest on, but like I said, this is like we've just set everything up. We thought
Then chances are, when it's actually recorded and back up again, you'll be able to watch it and it'll be clean. So YouTube itself is saying the signal's good. So fuck knows.
yeah, we're also weeding through the bullshit. Whatever it is that's wrong, we'll get it fixed.
Let's
and-
talk music, Sandy.
Yeah,
Let's talk music.
let's stop going on
I
about
think
it.
I don't know if when we had you in the last time, we got your story of how you got into this whole being a rap guy. I know we got Dave's when Dave was on. Was yours basically the same kind of thing with Dave, like your brother came home with Tupac and that kind of stuff?
Well, pretty much like I started listening to rap, through my brother, obviously, because my two brothers are older than me, John and Dave. They're both older than
So
me.
were they into it before you were then, or was it kind of just about the same time?
Well, see, I don't know how long they were into it before I really heard any of the CDs. To be honest, the first time I really got properly into rap, it was the video for the Real Slim Shady that I saw before, before Johnny got any Tupac CDs or anything like that. It's just I seen it. I was introduced to it through music channels and stuff like that, and I've always liked it. But with regards to me actually getting into it myself, that was a kind of strange path actually.
Right, we like strange paths.
Yeah. The first verse I ever wrote my entire life, I was 16 and I was walking from my mum's house to my mate's house, and I just kind of came out with it as I was going along. It just popped into my head, and I went with it and wrote it down. And I never even thought about it till I was 19, and I went to college with some friends who rap, and I was like, quite like rap myself, and pardon me. And I thought I'd have another crack at writing, and I wasn't really taking it seriously.
On the table.
Oh, Jesus, move.
How did you not fucking see that?
Because I'm trying to.
There's a fucking cat in front of the computer and he's like looking at Facebook.
I'm getting bored now as well that it's still breaking up and it's quite a problem. This is a fucking nightmare, guys.
I've not even released the fucking EP yet, and I'm already getting attacked by pussy.